Hi, my name's Hannah Willis, and this is my persuasive speech. My topic is on encouraging others to recycle. And I have a few images here that I found of some different views of landfills. This is another image of what the landfills look like today from our lack of recycling. And these are my speaking notes I have here. So my goal with this speech is to provide resources so you can learn more about how and why we need to recycle. There are currently no federal laws that mandate or regulate recycling, and I encourage you to encourage those around you to do more about their recycling and to do more with what you're doing currently. There's currently a lack of mandation for recycling, so there's really nothing that requires one to do so. The first thing I'd like to do is go over some facts about recycling and why it is important. So recycling reduces the amount that we're sending into the landfills, which is hurting our environment and taking up space on our planet. The U.S. is the #1 trash producing country in the world at 1,609 pounds per person per year of waste. So that's 5% of the world's people create 40% of the waste in the world. And I got that from the Environment Protection Agency's website. On average, the cost is $30 per ton to recycle, $50 per ton to send to a landfill, and $65 to $75 per ton to send to an incineration program. That also came off of the Environment Protection Agency's website. Recycling also creates jobs. In 1 year, recycling and reuse practices in the U.S. accounted for 757,000 jobs, $36.6 billion in wages, and $6.7 billion in tax revenue. And this also came from the Environment Protection Agency's website. There are no federal laws that require recycling. Currently, it is up to state-by-state basis. So some of your larger states, such as California, have more stricter policies on recycling and what they require, but there's nothing federally that requires anyone to recycle. Recycling prevents pollution due to the fact that there is no need for new raw materials to be harvested. A single quart of motor oil, if disposed incorrectly, can contaminate up to 2 million gallons of fresh water. Motor oil is something that can be recycled and re-refined. Another image I have here that we're all so familiar with is when there are oil spills in the oceans. So this is a picture of an oil spill that's on fire. And here is a pelican that is covered in oil from an oil spill in the ocean. And here is a photo of a duck that's being cleaned after an oil spill as well. And so now that you have some of the facts, let's go over some possible solutions. If there was a mandation on recycling, not just state by state, just federal, that would really help encourage others to recycle. There should be federal regulations for businesses as well as communities. I personally work in a hospital, and there are not many receptacles that have paper, waste, trash, aluminum. Most of it's just trash cans. So if there were more readily accessible receptacles for people, I think that would really encourage others to do more recycling. If there was better education, when we're in elementary school, we all hear about the recycle, reuse, reduce, all of that. But then as we get older, it's not really touched on much after that. And again, if businesses had better receptacles, I think people would really utilize the recycling bins more. So let's go over some of the information and where we should go from here. So I've shared with you some of the facts about recycling and the benefits and why we really should be doing it. If we all were to take a few steps and change a few things that we're currently doing, that would really help better our environment. I myself have a child. I think a lot of us do, or we have a child that we care about. So for future generations, we definitely want to recycle and leave the world a better place for all of them, so they can enjoy green grass and blue skies. I did come across a website during my research called earth911.com. So on this website, you can research by material and location. So if you were to have a refrigerator or a stove or whatever appliance, or just trash or cans, paper, whatever you're trying to recycle, you can search by the material and it'll give you a list of locations where you can recycle or repurpose that. So I would like to challenge each of you to evaluate your own recycling habits and those of the people around you, and encourage you to try to encourage yourself and others to do more recycling. So thank you.